Hello everyone, this is me Mariam Khan, e-commerce wali. I study in Rehan School Online Academy Batch 3. Today we will explore the power of micro habits and how small daily actions can lead to be a big success. So let's start.
Hi, what's up?
What are micro habits?
I don't actually have a physical body to form habits, but I've heard that starting with something tiny, like drinking a glass of water right after waking up, is a game changer for most people. Do you have any you're trying to stick to?
Nothing. Why are micro habits important?
They're basically a way to trick your brain. Big goals can feel overwhelming, which usually leads to procrastination. Micro habits strip away the friction by making the task so small, it's almost impossible to fail. It's more about building the identity of someone who shows up than the actual result in the beginning.
How are micro habits different from regular habits?
It's all about the scale. A regular habit is usually the end goal, like working out for an hour. A micro habit is the entry point, like just putting on your gym shoes. One is the destination, the other is just the first step to get you out the door.
What are some examples of micro habits?
Depending on what you're after, they can be almost anything. For health, maybe just doing one push up or filling a water bottle before bed. If you're into reading, it could be just one page a night. Even for mental clarity, it could be as simple as taking one deep breath before opening your email. What's an area of your life you've been wanting to tweak?
Can small habits really create a big changes?
Absolutely. It's the compounding effect. A tiny action might feel insignificant today, but when you do it consistently, it shifts your self image. Once you stop fighting the resistance to start, the momentum usually takes over and the bigger changes happen almost naturally.
Why are micro habits easier to maintain than large goals?
Mm, because they don't require a huge amount of willpower. Willpower is a finite resource, it runs out. When you set a massive goal, you're relying on that drive to push through every single day. But micro habits are so low pressure that you can do them even on your worst days. It's the difference between climbing a mountain and just taking one step.
What is the science behind micro habits?
It mostly comes down to how our brains handle reward and resistance. It's rooted in something called the basal ganglia, the part of the brain that handles patterns and habits. When we do something small and succeed, the brain gets a tiny hit of dopamine. That success loop reinforces the behavior, making it easier to do the next time until it eventually becomes automatic. It's basically just hacking your neural pathways to stop seeing a task as a threat.
Can micro habits help students to perform better in school?
Definitely. For students, the biggest hurdle is usually that feeling of being paralyzed by a massive project or a huge exam. Micro habits kill that panic. Instead of study for 4 hours, it's open the textbook and read one paragraph. Once the book is open, the hard part is over and the actual work usually follows.
How can micro habits improve physical health?
They remove the barrier to entry. For something like exercise, it's way less intimidating to commit to a 5-minute walk than a grueling gym session. Over time, that just gets you moving. And it's much easier to scale up once you've already built the rhythm of being active.
What are some micro habits for improving focus and concentration?
For focus, it's all about creating a clear signal to your brain that it's time to work. Something like clearing your desk of everything but the one task you're on, or just setting a timer for 5 minutes of deep work. Even just closing your browser tabs that aren't relevant is a huge win. Do you find yourself getting distracted easily?
If someone wants to start today, what is the first micro habit to choose?
I'd say go with something that takes less than 2 minutes and doesn't require any special gear, like filling a water bottle or doing a quick stretch. The goal isn't the result, it's just proving to yourself that you can start.
Okay, thanks.
You're very welcome. Anytime you want to bounce some more ideas around, I'm here.
Okay.
Catch you later.